You're a man.
Yeah. I mean, do I not look like one?
Wonder Woman 1984 ended with a dramatic twist. Every wish made by humanity was taken back, resetting the world to its chaotic default. Steve Trevor died again, leaving Diana heartbroken yet resilient. The tease of Linda Carter's return as Asteria, the legendary Amazon warrior, had fans buzzing after Wonder Woman 1984. It was a golden opportunity to merge old-school charm with modern storytelling. But what did DC do with it? Nada. It's now just another post-credit scene destined for the graveyard, right next to Henry Cavill's Superman cameo in Black Adam. Then there was the much-hyped Wonder Woman spin-off focused on the Amazonians, a fierce tribe of warriors taking center stage. Who wouldn't want to see that? But news about the project disappeared faster than Steve Trevor on borrowed time. But wait, don't throw your golden lassos in despair just yet. Here's Paradise Lost, an HBO Max series set in Themyscira. James Gunn described it as Game of Thrones with Amazons. Intrigued? I am too. A pre-Diana, all-female warrior drama sounds like it could pack a punch. But is it just a shiny rebranding of the original spin-off, or is this an entirely new beast? Now the million-dollar question, will DC reboot Wonder Woman? Gal Gadot, who brought so much charisma and strength to the role, it's all part of DC's grand shakeup. But with Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck out as Superman and Batman, recasting Wonder Woman feels inevitable. Keeping Gadot while introducing new faces for Batman and Superman would only confuse fans further. Let's rewind a bit to July 2024, when Gunn dropped some clarity bombs. Back then, someone asked if Paradise Lost was officially in production. Gunn's answer was a reality check. Nothing is in production unless it's greenlit. But he didn't stop there. He assured fans that Paradise Lost is still in very active development, but won't move forward until the scripts are solid gold. No casting yet either. So Gunn's not cutting corners. He's waiting until the show's foundation is strong enough to build a Game of Thrones level epic. Now, Gunn's updates confirm that Paradise Lost isn't just sitting in limbo, it's marinating. DC Studios isn't rushing this one, which could mean they're cooking up something exceptional. But who's writing this masterpiece? That's still under wraps. It seems like Gunn and his team are being extra picky about whose creative vision will shape this Themyscirian tale. Word on the street is that Paradise Lost might be heading for HBO instead of just Max. If true, this would be a smart move. Shows like The Penguin and Lanterns are already following this strategy, and an HBO original status could elevate Paradise Lost to must-watch TV. Since it's being compared to Game of Thrones, the stakes are high. You can't half-bake something inspired by one of the greatest fantasy series ever. Here's why Paradise Lost matters. It's not just another prequel. It's a deep dive into Themyscira, the land of the Amazons. Think political intrigue, power struggles, and mythological drama. This is where Wonder Woman's legacy begins. But Gunn's updates also leave us with burning questions. When will Diana herself pop up in the new DC universe? What's her status in the timeline? And how will this prequel set the stage for her story? The show's creative team will play a massive role in answering these questions. Whoever takes the reins will shape not just the show, but also key elements of DC's broader storytelling. The pressure's on, but knowing Gunn, he won't settle for anything less than epic. With its Game of Thrones vibe and potential HBO treatment, this show has the makings of something groundbreaking. While we're still in the dark about casting and a release date, one thing's clear: Gunn's approach is methodical, and he's not rushing the magic. On the other hand, when Wonder Woman 3 got the axe, fans were left reeling. James Gunn and Peter Safran decided to clean house, and Wonder Woman was caught in the crossfire. Gal Gadot's potential return was teased, but it looks like her chapter as Diana is officially closed. Does this mean we'll never see her in the DCU again? Not necessarily. She's a powerhouse actor, and DC might just have something else in store for her. A different role, perhaps? Now let's talk about the big switch. Jason Momoa's Aquaman was a hit, bringing a fresh, charismatic vibe to the underwater hero. But with the DC EU shifting gears, Momoa is diving headfirst into a role he's been eyeing for years, Lobo. And trust me, this casting is spot on. Lobo is an immortal bounty hunter, unhinged and absolutely chaotic. He's got a wild origin story that includes wiping out his entire species. Momoa's larger-than-life personality and rugged looks? Perfect match. Lobo isn't just another villain, he's a force of nature. He's clashed with Superman, Supergirl, and plenty of other DC heavyweights, and now he's set to make his live-action debut in Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, slated for a 2026 release. Momoa himself has been vocal about his love for the character, calling it a dream role. With Gunn at the helm, this could be a turning point for the DCU. James Gunn's DCU is all about a fresh start. Superman is getting a reboot with Superman Legacy, and the universe is expanding in bold new directions. By letting go of DCEU's founding characters, Gunn and Safran are giving themselves room to build something unique. But what does this mean for fan favorites like Gadot and Momoa? While Momoa's transition to Lobo is exciting, it raises questions. Can audiences separate him from his Aquaman days? Will he bring the same energy to Lobo that made him a standout as Arthur Curry? Knowing Momoa, the answer is probably a resounding yes. And as for Gal Gadot, the DCU might just surprise us. Gunn has hinted at exploring other projects and lesser-known characters, which could pave the way for Gadot to return in a new, unexpected role. The DCU is in uncharted territory, and fans are eager to see where it goes. Jason Momoa as Lobo is a thrilling prospect, and Gal Gadot's potential comeback in a different role keeps us guessing. With Superman kickstarting the new universe and Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow introducing Lobo, the stage is set for a dynamic shift. On the other hand, when I heard Connie Nielsen, our very own Queen Hippolyta, express her frustration over the scrapping of Wonder Woman 3, I couldn't help but share her confusion. She called the decision to scrap Wonder Woman 3 crazy, and honestly, she's got a point. Why would anyone turn their back on a film series that's not only profitable, but also beloved by fans? The original Wonder Woman was a cultural moment, an inspiring tale of heroism and strength led by Gadot's brilliant performance. Nielsen highlighted how these movies were made with comparatively smaller budgets than other DC projects. The confusion isn't limited to Nielsen. Fans are equally baffled by the DCU's plans, or lack thereof, for Wonder Woman. While James Gunn's new Superman movie is supposed to be the flagship of this revamped universe, the status of other key characters, like Diana and Batman, is still up in the air. And let's not forget, reports suggest that none of the original Justice League members are coming back to reprise their roles. DC Studios can't afford to ignore Wonder Woman for long. She's not just a character, she's a symbol of empowerment and justice. Fans won't sit quietly if their favorite Amazonian warrior is sidelined. Sure, the rebooted DCU might need time to find its footing, but leaving such an iconic character in limbo is a risky move. For now, we wait. The DCU's new chapter officially begins with the animated Creature Commandos, but let's be real, the real test will be Gunn's Superman. Until then, fans like me and Connie Nielsen are left wondering if DC will recognize the untapped potential of bringing Wonder Woman back into the spotlight. After all, Diana Prince isn't just a hero, she's a phenomenon, and it's about time DC Studios remembered that. What do you think? Should DC bring Gal Gadot back, or is it time for a bold new direction? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on your favorite superheroes. Stay tuned, warriors. This Amazonian story is just beginning.